Hello and welcome everyone to our Earth Angel support group Wednesday prayer circle. So I believe I'm live. Hopefully, I believe I am. And I also can receive your comments now. Okay, yes, it looks like I'm live. Okay, just still getting used to this new way of connecting in with Facebook and their live feed here. So, welcome to the prayer circle. If this is your first time joining us in the prayer circle, welcome. And if you have joined our prayer circle before, welcome back. And so I just recently started to again bring forth these beautiful prayer circles on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in our Earth Angels Light Leader Support Group. It's a mouthful. And so today our theme is focusing on our beautiful, beautiful goddess Mary Magdalene. So actually today is July 22nd, and today is actually Mary Magdalene's feast day. And if you don't know what that is, it was actually, I'm not sure exactly the year that the feast day was proclaimed for Mary Magdalene, but it was proclaimed by the Pope and the Roman Catholic Church in her honor. And so today it is celebrated around the world to honor the beautiful, you know, beautiful mystic and saint and goddess and priestess that Mary Magdalene was. And so, yeah, and so today I just wanted to bring her in as our focus for our meditation. And I want to just invite you now is continue the conversation to begin by maybe bringing your hand to your heart if you would like and just relax for the next 15 minutes or so. And wherever you are, to maybe just connect in with your own beautiful breath. It is through our breath that we are connected into the spirit and the soul that is the bridge between heaven and earth. It is our breath which brings in our light. And so today, in these kind of chaotic times and of great change, it may be a little challenging for you to take a moment to really stop and pause and breathe. So I always like to use this time in this space to invite you to do that for a few minutes and just kind of let yourself off the hook a bit, slow down, come back into center, come back into balance. And with that, I'll just invite you now to maybe set your own personal intention or prayer, something that perhaps you would like to shift in your life, something that you would like to change in your life. Perhaps it's just bringing in, um, a feeling of uh, feeling good, feeling confident, getting clear about your life, whatever that is. And I would just invite you now to perhaps lay it on the altar, whatever that altar may look like for you. And lay it on the altar here as the beautiful Mary Magdalene now makes her way into and through into our prayer circle. And so her invitation to you today is to bring forth those concerns, that those challenges that you are experiencing perhaps in your life right now. Um, we all are going through this great time of change and rebirthing into the new earth vibration in our own very personal and individualized ways. And how those challenges are showing up for us really vary from person to person. So, the really good news is that the beautiful, beautiful goddess and priestess who Mary Magdalene truly was, and yet we don't always maybe know that about her, or maybe we haven't been able to ever maybe perceive her or have that information about her before. But she is already an ascended master. She is um, a here or was here on the earth and actually returning today through bringing her energy and her creation energy, actually, through each and every one of us who began to come back into our own divine feminine Christed energy. So she held the space, and still does, of um, the Christ consciousness energy. She represents the female aspect or of Divine Mother. And so we have been living for the last several thousand years of really not really maybe remembering the female Christ or the mother aspect of the Godhead of God Goddess, the creator of all life. And so Mary Magdalene, when she came into the earth and incarnated into the earth 2,000 years ago, and then we do know the story that she did meet Master Jesus, also known as Yeshua, and they came together in this beautiful divine plan to represent the masculine, the divine masculine, and the divine feminine, because it takes our awakening and remembering and beginning to embody those beautiful qualities of our own inner feminine and masculine that we all have in our divine energetic blueprint. So, as we continue on our path of ascension, we are here to begin to, embrace those qualities again and begin to bring those qualities and activate them into balance, into harmony. And as we walk that path and we begin to walk as the divine human, because we are actually marrying the energies of our own inner divinity, which is our own soul light, with our humanness, And so, this beautiful blending that was so beautifully modeled by both Mary Magdalene and her beloved Master Jesus is the pathway that we are all walking now. As we walk this pathway, then we are now becoming the bridge of light, literally through our physical incarnation. It's not about just us knowing that we have a higher self on the other side of the veil. It's moving into action. It's moving into alignment. It's moving into setting a clear intention through our own free will choice to align with this beautiful, powerful time of rebirthing the feminine, bringing back in the divine mother energies. But those energies are coming in through us. And they're coming in as we begin to activate those beautiful energies, through our mental body, through our emotional body, our physical body, and our spiritual bodies of light. And as we begin to awaken and remember, even at the DNA level, our own spiritual code that is unique to bring in our authentic frequency, and we begin to build this beautiful pillar of light, that is moving through our body, moving from, the top of our head all the way down our major seven chakras and literally through our body, through our energy centers, as we like to call them. And so, Mary Magdalene was a beautiful role model for this, because she and Master Jesus, they walked that path, and then they were able to bring back together their own internal feminine and masculine. And Mary Magdalene, was there to hold the space for the divine feminine Christ consciousness, as she was able to hold that, which is the frequency of unconditional love in her, um, in her very being, in her energy bodies. Then this opened the doorway for Master Jesus to then come and meet her with the divine masculine energies. And then they became, first within themselves, coming together in the divine union, of activating their own authentic blueprint. And then they went on to provide the new model, if you will, of coming together in the physical, in the marriage of the two of them coming together and creating this beautiful um, relationship of really what I see is we call it the igniting of the trifold flame interior in the heart, which is um, the divine feminine and divine masculine coming together and joining together to create the third flame, or I call the holy union, the sacred marriage, the marriage where we marry our inner divinity with our human self. So I think that today, in our time, we are just now beginning to really explore and awaken and remember, and really begin to just get an understanding again of that we all have this potential within us. And so the return of Mary Magdalene is now coming in so powerfully through the planet, through the raising and the remembering and the embodiment of the feminine Christ consciousness, which is really leading the way across the planet, which is now birthing us into this new earth vibration and moving us into the new golden age of peace that is coming in. And we can really powerfully see this, um, not looking at the outer conflict that's going on with the third dimensional past world that is crumbling, that is dissolving, but we can look at, within ourselves and begin to recognize that at our deepest level of our core, that we are already carriers of the Christ consciousness. And we can connect in with that beautiful truth, that beautiful uh, place that we call the core star, behind the core star, and the 0 point field where all possibilities are birthed from this place, or where we come back into peace and harmony, and we find that inner balance within ourselves. So I wanted to share with you today a message that I received from Mary Magdalene. This was actually um, last September of 2019, where I was on a sacred journey and pilgrimage in the south of France. So there is a particular cave that is known for um, holding the presence of Mary Magdalene's energies just outside the town of Rennes-le-Chateau. And so I was there on retreat with my there, and we had walked up about a 45-minute walk to reach this beautiful cave, and it holds just a beautiful presence of Mary Magdalene. It holds also beautiful elemental energies as well. And so I just want to take you through a brief meditation now, if you would like, of what Mary Magdalene shared with us on that very beautiful and special day. So I'll invite you now to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath, breathing into your heart space, and just maybe bringing all the energy from the center of your head, and then dropping that energy like a pebble of light, dropping it down deep into the center of your heart space. And just see your heart, or feel this beautiful pebble of light dropping into a still pool of water. As that beautiful pebble of light hits the still pool and pond of water, it begins to ripple out in a huge circle all around you. And it ripples out your own authentic light and vibration, your authentic frequency, even what we call your soul song. And it ripples out 360 degrees all around you. And as it does, it begins to move through your inner being. It begins to move through your mental, your emotional, your spiritual, and your physical bodies of light. And just allow these beautiful waves of you to begin to move through and clear and cleanse every cell in your body and every space in between. So you can just now align with this intention and now opening your crown chakra to receive a beautiful celestial light. And as you just, with your intention, begin to receive the beautiful celestial light of the Goddess of Divine Mother, invite this light to move into your field of energy. Invite this light to begin to move down through you like a spiraling light deep into your heart. As it moves deep into the center of your heart, it begins to spiral out and it begins to send out spirals of light that hold the vibration of unconditional love. These spirals of love, of unconditional love, that frequency are now moving into every cell of your holographic human experience. And just aligning with a clear intention to begin to allow these spirals of light to begin to clear, cleanse, and purify each cell of your body, to just simply clear away all dense energies, to clear away any inauthentic energies that do not match your soul song and frequency, any repressed or stuck emotions that want to begin to flow again, any and all energies that are trauma. So you may have pockets of hidden trauma in some of the cells of your body. And just with your intention, send this light to wherever you need healing in your body, wherever you may be experiencing pain or suffering. Maybe you're experiencing fear or anxiety. Maybe you're experiencing sadness or depression. Maybe you're experiencing even anger or rage. And without judgment, this beautiful goddess energy of unconditional love moves through you freely with ease and grace. It begins to move to those places of separation where you separated yourself from your truth. As it moves into those very places of darkness, which is just simply your unhealed shadow, it moves into the unconsciousness in your body and being. Just allow the love, the powerful waves of love to begin to wash away and purify so that you are uncovering your own true light and divinity. You're uncovering and excavating your radiant angelic self, your divine truth, your true Christ consciousness that is just underneath the layers and of density. That place where you're already whole and complete, that place in your heart where you are at peace, that place where you are in complete balance. You're clear, you're confident. And just begin to invite this beautiful light with humility and respect to begin to just simply reconnect your matrix of light, to begin to reconnect it, washing away any points of separation, any places that you may be holding on to a limiting belief or an energy of lack or separation, because you're truly never been separated from source, ever, never. And now just allow your vessel to be filled with light, says Mary Magdalene. Allow your own chalice or cup right below the belly button to be filled with this beautiful celestial light, the angelic light, and the Christ consciousness that you already hold within your divine template. And again, just align your intention to receive this now, and just to bring your attention to the front of your second chakra. Bring it into the body, bringing in the light, filling you up from head to toe so that you become filled with your own holy light, your own authentic vibration, which feels blissful, it feels peaceful, it feels balanced, it feels calm and centered, it feels clear, you feel confident, you feel courageous. You know, have a knowingness that you know somewhere deep inside that you are already divine, whole, and complete. And nothing can ever take that away from you. Nothing can ever take that away. And that you are already divinely sovereign. You are a divine, sovereign being of love and light. And just breathe into that for a moment. And now bring your attention to the third eye between the eyebrows. And ask the light of your soul to begin to activate your third eye. To activate your third eye, to see the truth, to see beyond this veil of limited illusion, and begin to see from a new perspective, to begin to see from a higher perspective of consciousness through the lens of the fifth dimensional consciousness, to see everything is being orchestrated as a divine plan of love. Yes, even holding in this bigger vision the space for the destruction, in a sense, the crumbling, the dismantling of the third dimension, even the chaos that we see and the fear and the confusion. That what we can do is we don't have to move into that. In fact, we want to hold a larger space, a larger container of unconditional love. And as we align to that, we can allow this final chapter of the third dimensional earth to be played out without judgment, without criticism. We can just observe it. And as we observe it, we don't become absorbed into the fear anymore. We don't jump into that reality of fear and confusion. We don't bring our energy vibration into that. We simply set our intention to resonate at 51% or greater in our own energetic field, to become aligned with the new frequency of the new earth, the fifth dimensional earth. And that if we begin to fall into a lower consciousness, we come back to this place and this space of calling in our higher self. I refer to her as our angelic goddess self. And we ask her through the higher self, not through the thinking brain, but through your higher self, to raise your frequency and vibration to match that of the fifth dimensional earth, the new vibration of the new earth. So take a moment to breathe that truth in, to see how you feel. How does this feel in your body? Your feelings are your guidance system. They're your true guidance system. This is how, as you begin to work with your spiritual guidance system through your feelings, you can then use this to determine through spiritual discernment what is true for you and what is not. And so, this is the question that Mary Magdalene brought at that time and brings to you today. What is true for you? What is your truth? She's inviting us to go deeper beyond the words into our body temple, to go into the very inner planes of our inner world, to take this cup and to drink from the cup of life, the life of the mother, the all that is, and to drink from this cup of life, to drink from the wellspring of love and light that is always there for you, that's unlimited, that lives inside of you, not outside, but inside of you. And she reminds us that as we access this deep wellspring of life, of love, of infinite abundance, prosperity, and flow, it's all there, and that we actually become the tree of life, that our body and our being become like a tree of life, where the left and right side of the tree is equally balanced and centered. We have deep roots going in on the left side and the right side below our feet. The roots moving down from our hips and our legs, moving deep into Mother Earth, deep and wide. So we become firmly rooted in the truth, and we become firmly anchored with the Divine Mother. And of course, Earth is the goddess energy. And so then we begin to receive support not only from heaven, but also from Mother Earth. And these energies begin to loop and move through us and our pillar of light and becomes one continuous flow of light where there's no separation. You are just moving through that beautiful flow of light. And so Mary Magdalene reminds us of this, and that there is never ending source of love and light that is always moving out and through your heart center, through your inner wellspring. Your own inner chalice and cup can be filled daily as you drink from this wellspring of unconditional love. And so take a moment to bring in that beautiful, nurturing love and energy now into your body and being, beloved. Fill yourself up with this light, this holy light. And as you do, begin to, like a tree, now move deeply rooted into Mother Earth, into the goddess energies herself. And see yourself now connected from the seventh plane, the highest heavens, all the way through to deep into the core of Mother Earth, so that as above and so below become unified together, as well as the upper half of our body and the lower half of our body become intertwined again and unified in perfect harmony, in perfect balance, working together, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, to support one another as they walk hand in hand together. And so Mary Magdalene reminds us that where is our focus? Are we focused on the things of the earth, like material things? Are we spending time, energy, and money on worrying about things? But she guides us to she guides us to not worry and not waste our energy and time on worry, but to begin to refocus on things that do not perish, that, like our heart, in the light and love that we already are, our divine truth, that we already possess these beautiful gifts of wisdom and truth within us. It's like we can open the treasure chest deep within our own heart, our own bodies, our own minds. And as we begin to tap into our own divine source of that beautiful Akashic record, if you will, that is always there for us, we can drink deeply from this well of unconditional love, the wellspring of unconditional love. But as we drink more deeply of this well, we are drinking in more of our essence, of our real, divine, spiritual truth, and that we are already the Christ consciousness. We just need to tap into it more and keep our focus on being that more and allowing that to begin to move through us literally, and to not get distracted by all these outer influences and distractions that are trying to distract us from our own truth and our own way to move in and to and through to anchoring into the new earth and the new vibration and the golden age of peace that is already there. You just have to claim it, beautiful one, beloved soul. So Mary Magdalene is here to remind us of that. And just like she did 2,000 years ago, so beautifully with Yeshua, Master Jesus, as they became the role models for both women and men, that this is the truth and the potential for us today. It is not some fairy tale. It's not some pie in the sky. It's real. But you have to claim it. You have to choose it, because divine God Goddess gave us all free will to choose our experience and to choose what we want to do and how we want to create our life. So, will you choose to be that pillar of light and become a shining, radiant example, and not just example, but to fully live and express your bliss, to express your joy, to express your creativity in a very beautiful individual way, reclaim your sovereign divinity? That's true freedom. No one can ever take that away, beloved. And so Marie Magdalene leaves us with this question today, and I think it's a beautiful question and a beautiful space to perhaps go and meditate on this today. Maybe spend some time in nature or with your beautiful family, your pets, wherever you find grace and joy and happiness, calmness and stillness for you. And so the invitation is there to bring everything to the altar and lay that at the altar before your own divine self, before your own divine authority and sovereignty. And what a wonderful gift this truly is. And I am so honored and blessed and cherish this beautiful space that we have come together to co-create today. So I want to take a moment to just bring this meditation to a close and just take a deep breath in, for it's so important that we breathe in deeply. And let's just take a moment to breathe in all this beautiful energy that came through, and take a moment to thank our beloved Mary Magdalene for her courage, her love, and honor her today for this beautiful, beautiful gift of wisdom and discernment, this beautiful message of love, and remembering who we truly are, and that we are much more powerful than we have been taught and conditioned to believe. But the more that we can tap into our truth, our divine truth, come back home to the truth of who we are, we can begin to see the perfection in this world, in the bigger divine plan. So I'll just take a moment to thank you all for being with me today. And if you enjoyed this meditation, I would so appreciate you liking it and sharing it with others and perhaps inviting them to come and join the Light Leaders Academy community. I also have a beautiful, exciting announcement that I have put together another new community called Get Your Goddess Groove On community. This community is not held on the Facebook space, but is set up on another private community space. And I put the link below the video, and it's free to join this community, and it's going to be super, super fun. I'm super excited about bringing this new opportunity for all of us to come together and create something new, to be able to interact with each other in new ways, in empowering ways. And it's just beautiful, high energy. I'm so passionate about it, so blessed, and the Marys will be guiding us through lots of healing opportunities and growth and all kind of exciting new things coming to this new community. So if you're interested, then please check it out. Just click on the link below and invite others as well. If you feel moved to do so, I would appreciate that. So, again, thank you all for joining me today for this beautiful message from Mary Magdalene to honor her today on her feast day. And I look forward to connecting with you again next Wednesday in this beautiful group. Until then, namaste and be blessed and be well. You are divinely loved, beloved. Okay, take care. Bye bye.